This video is to explain the collaborative project for the paper studio. So you should have already watched a video about that features unity, some objects or some paintings that were unified in nature. And what unity means is basically how the piece of artwork is connected. So it could be connected by using similar colors or different or similar lines or the same sort of or repeating different objects, and it's a principle of design that help makes good artwork. So we are going to create a collaborative project using paper that is unified both in one square, and also we're going to use these squares to make a big display. So what you'll need to get is we are having your project is going to be unified by shape. So we're using geometric shapes. Geometric shapes are shapes you usually learn in math or geometry that are not necessarily found in nature. The only one that's usually found in nature is a circle. So we're going to be using squares, triangles, rectangles, okay? Now your job is to go get one color square, one triangle, and two smaller squares, okay? You can get more if you need to, but this is a good place to start. Now we are going to unify our art. It's going to be unified by using analogous colors. That means colors that are beside each other on the color wheel, okay? So each class will have a different color scheme. And we're also going to unify our art by only using geometric shapes. So geometric shapes, again, are the shapes usually that have straight lines that are not found in nature. They are different from organic shapes. Organic shapes are things that you do usually find in nature, and they might look like a leaf or a flower, or they kind of had curvy lines like this. So we're not using organic shapes for this project. We're only using geometric shapes. So and you also can use white. So once you get your background, this is where you're going to play around to try to make a unified composition with the shapes that you have. So you do not have to keep these squares and triangles the same. You just simply have to keep them geometric. So I think I'm actually going to cut this triangle in two, and I'm going to start playing around with it. Okay, so maybe I'll put that triangle here. Maybe I'll put a triangle here, and some triangles might end up having a little, they're not a pure triangle. Don't be afraid to go ahead and cut it to make it right, okay? All right, and let's see. Maybe I'll actually, maybe I'm going to do all triangles. I don't know. All right, maybe I'll put that in the center of that triangle. All right, but I don't have to do all triangles. Maybe I'll play around with it. Maybe I'll actually I'm going to make it a little bit different here. I'm going to cut that off here. Your art does not need to look like mine. Yours might look totally different. Yours is going to look totally different. You're going to make your composition however you want to make it, okay, using different shapes, geometric shapes, and you are going to create a composition that you like, okay? I would probably, if I were doing this for real, I would play around with mine a little bit more to make something that I really, really think is a unified composition. All right, but for this purposes of this video, I don't want to bore you too long. I want you to just know how to do it. Once you have a composition that is unified, that you feel the shapes and how you've arranged it are making a good piece of art, you're going to take your glue stick and you're going to glue it down. So you have to glue the ones down that are on the bottom first, and then remember where the ones on top go. So once you have it glued down, okay, and you have everything on there, you simply need to turn it over, write your name, write it in pencil. I'm just writing it in marker for the video, and your period number on the back. Then you can take this square and turn it into me with your folder right there on my desk. It should have your period name, okay? And that is what we're doing for our collaborative paper project.